Il faut regarder la caméra, c'est ça?
Ah oui, il faut regarder la caméra.
This is me, Vanessa. At the beginning of this documentary, I'm 32. During my very first bike trip, I called my mother to tell her that I just cancelled my return plane ticket. What? She says. You can travel forever? That's not real life. Puzzled, I thought to myself, what is real life then? When I'm biking, I love to feel freedom in my wheels and the wind in my hair. I express this kind of freedom by planning as little as possible and leaving myself open to the unknown. This is Bertrand, my life partner, my love. He is a hard-working dreamer. Here in Brazil, he is in the making of his first documentary. We both carried out long bike trips before being together. Bertrand crossed Canada from coast to coast, and I traveled South America for a year. But still, Brazil is our first expedition as a couple.
Là, en fin de journée, on se retrouve un peu encerclés de caïmans. On va faire attention cette nuit, là, si on sort de la tente.
Traveling by bike is a little crazy, but what fantastic craziness! I like to progress slowly and feel life all around me. Whether it is easy or extremely hard, I am there and I feel alive.
Je reste ici.
Cycling on beaches is something else. It is really difficult, and we have rarely been so tired.
Bon, ben, on vient de faire du vélo pendant 4 heures, pousser, quand même rouler, là. On s'est levé à 4 heures, on est parti à 5. Et là, on est fatigué, les vélos sont fatigués aussi.
Pushing our bikes for hours is a small price to pay to avoid major busy roads. Life is about making choices. I couldn't bike alone on the beaches, and neither could Bertrand. We both need each other's help with our loaded bikes. On the other hand, we tackle life differently. Bertrand likes to plan and organize. I prefer to go with the flow.
Ça roule bien dans le dos.
Getting used to each other and living together 24 hours a day is quite a challenge. But that's a whole other story.
Fait chaud.
Facile.
Fait chaud. On continue.
On a faim?
On a faim.
On est tanné?
What I like most about traveling is the unexpected encounters, and I'm not disappointed in Brazil.
É uma asa, ela demora a ficar forte, né?
Sim, demora muito.
Essa flecha aqui é feita com essa palmeira, porque é uma palmeira resistente.
Et qual est le nom de la palmera?
Pati.
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 E ver qual a melhor maneira de trabalhar esse jovem. Então esse mais educação veio para
Every day we request people's hospitality. At noon for siesta in our hammocks, and in the evening to sleep in our tent.
Bom, a ovelha é um show de bola, né? Eu não sei como falar,
People welcome us as if we were members of the family. They say, we welcome you as we would like our own children to be welcomed by others. It just goes to show, kindness still exists in all sorts of places around the world. I'm so grateful for that. In Rio de Janeiro, we meet Regina Celli and discover with joy her interesting project Favela Orgânica.
Tudo é à base de cascas, talos, sementes, folhas. É isso que a gente usa, não usa nada de carne.
Vai ser papai, né? Gente, que lindo!
Pouco tempo,
É muito bom, né?
Verdade.
Poxa.
Sim. Depois vamos a viajar como bebê com a bicicleta.
Ih, que bicicleta! Ó, dorme bastante, depois vocês não vão dormir mais não. Não vai dormir mais.
Si on remonte un peu dans le temps, ben, on a commencé la région du Nord-Est à 2 et on l'a fini à 3. Et oui, un petit passager clandestin dans le bedon. Des baisers, une attaque de baiser, une attaque de baiser, une attaque
It's true that we have been sleeping a lot less since Leo was born. But seeing him growing up, I can't wait to travel again as a family.
Et tu es content d'être arrivé, Léo? Regarde la caméra. Vas-y, bravo!
New challenges await us here in New Zealand. Lots of steep hills, of course, but mainly because of biking with one more person. In our case, an adorable 2-year-old. Our little angel sometimes transforms into a demon, but still, that's the way it goes. Yoo-hoo! Many people like to think that it takes a set routine to raise kids. I think children adapt very well to any context. We have a traveling routine. We eat 3 times a day, ride our bikes, and always sleep in the same place, our tent. From one day to the next, we never know how many kilometers we're going to ride and where we're going to sleep. Even with a child, we keep this state of open mind, confidence in the path. Early on, during our bike trips, Bertrand and I learned to deal with uncertainty. I think people are afraid of the unknown. That's exactly what drives me to explore. Of course I have doubts about daily life, about myself, on my parenting strategies, etc. But one thing I've learned so far is that there's no need to spend much time worrying about what will happen.
I like stream trains.
Leo adapts well to the rhythm of our 6-month trip. Being at home or on the road changes very little for him. As long as we are nearby to give him love and attention, he is happy. Leo likes to spend time in his trailer. He climbs into it in the morning, way before we are ready to leave. Bertrand talks to him along the way, showing him sheep, cows, and tractors. He's murmuring behind us. Then after a while, nothing.
Papa, no, no. Mom.
We are treated to the terrible twos in New Zealand, but it would have been the same at home. I think to myself, if it's going to be difficult, it may as well be outside. Leo likes freedom and space just like me. The more fresh air we breathe, the better for the morale of the troops.
Tu gonfles le pneu, Léo? Whoops.
Another challenge is to keep working on projects while traveling. I do my best to give news of our trip on social media. Bertrand has to shoot footage for our next documentary about New Zealand. This isn't trivial, especially when taking care of a 2-year-old and biking all day long.
Ok, c'est parti.
Léo, 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 Léo.
Our bikes are heavy, and often Bertrand has to push them up the slopes, especially near the end of the trip as I'm starting to carry a big Betty.
Dans ce voyage en Nouvelle-Zélande, nous avons été 3 et demi, pas mal, tout le voyage en fait. J'étais enceinte dès le début. Et là, on s'en va dans quelques jours et j'en suis à 27 semaines, donc au début du 7e mois. Ça va bien, ça n'a pas été toujours évident, c'est sûr. On a pris ça un jour à la fois.
Bertrand pushes his own bike, then comes back to push mine. He comes home with a fewer kilos. I come home with more.
Est-ce que tu viens voir le bébé? Est-ce que tu viens faire un bisou?
Vélo.
Vélo?
Future moms receive all sorts of strict recommendations. In fact, biking is totally possible while pregnant. The important thing is to listen to your body and respect your limits. As I was already used to cycling, continuing the practice during pregnancy wasn't a problem. After all, pregnancy is not an illness.
T'es pas mal boy, ton grand frère? Je pense qu'il veut bouger, hein? Et on s'en va où, Léo?
À Taïwan.
Léo, stop talking.
In Taiwan, I'm trying a new type of equipment called Follow Me. Since Leo cannot yet pedal alone, this allows him to ride on his own bike. The only downside is that Leo can apply the brakes. While he is able to help me, he can also stop us. I'm exasperated when he does that going up a slope. When he's too tired to ride, he joins his brother in the trailer for their daily routine. Bamboo sticks remind us that nothing in life is permanent. everything passes. Like the messages written on these little pieces of wood, we will leave this world one day. All the more reason to live each moment with intensity and to really make the most of it.
Tu vas nous écouter, Léo, quand on te demande quelque chose? Est-ce que tu vas nous écouter, Léo?
Oui.
Oui? Ok. Bon. On va le faire ensemble.
Traveling by bike is demanding. It's not always easy with Leo. He's 4 years old and his character is developing. At times we are exhausted. It can be quite challenging to remain patient with him. The best way to improve the situation when my son is angry is to stay calm myself. It's not always easy to do. He really gets on my nerves sometimes. In moments of crisis, I try to remember that nothing is permanent. Periods of happiness pass, and so do storms. So, what can you do? Happiness isn't at the end of the road. Happiness is the road. This saying became my motto during my first trip to South America and is still true for me today. It reminds me to live in the present moment and not to have too many expectations. It's the same thing with being at peace. It's not an end in itself. We have to work every day to find our inner peace. For children, the notions of past and future are abstract. Children are masters at reminding us about what really counts in life, the present moment, and love. I melt when Lucas says, "I love you lots and lots, Mommy." It's not easy with our children. They are loud, they jump around everywhere, and often shout. But they are curious, like to communicate, and experience the wonder of what is around them. I could certainly sit them in front of a screen to have some quiet time. But is this really what I want? During our 2-month trip in Taiwan, we have a wonderful welcome. People here are very kind, but the biggest challenge is communicating. When we travel in a country where we don't speak the language, we learn a few words to make contact with people, such as ni hao, which means hello, and xie, which means thank you. We also have a few sentences translated on paper. We begin by introducing ourselves and finish with a simple request. Can we camp here tonight? Many times, people don't speak English. They often call a friend to translate for us over the phone. Overall, traveling by bike with children is a great adventure. Luca is 1.5 years old now. Like Leo in New Zealand, he's easy to travel with. He often wants to do like his big brother. It's important to find a pace that suits everyone. For each one of us to be as happy as we can with the trip every day. on est venu voir dans ces écoles s'il n'y avait pas un petit terrain de jeu pour les garçons pour qu'ils puissent jouer. Et ça n'a pas l'air, mais bon, je me suis dit, je vais rentrer à l'intérieur, demander si ils sont prêts à qu'on fasse une conférence dans leur école. Puis ça a l'air que ça marche, fait que on va faire une conférence dans 10 minutes. Alors, allons-y, allons se préparer. Yeah, that's it. Very important to follow your dreams.
对，他就是也是跟你们说，要追求自己的梦想，然后就是对去。Is their language? Thank you. 阿佑仪。
Thank you， 谢谢。
T'as pas envie de débarquer, Léo, parce que t'es triste? Ouais.
J'ai pas envie d'aller à la piscine.
Non.
J'ai pas envie d'aller dans la piscine. Je veux y aller, mais pas aller dedans. C'est tout.
Envoie dans l'eau, mets ton maillot, viens nous rejoindre. Envoyant, Vanessa, tout envoyant, Vanessa, envoyant. T'aimais ça, Léo?
Oui.
Oui? Je ne veux plus remettre ses souliers parce que ses pieds sont humides. D'accord, on doit attendre.
Ça me dérange pas si Lucas sont moi.
Merci. Là, tu me donnes un matelas de sol orange et un bleu. Apporte-moi le reste des affaires, oui. Il reste juste les pyjamas. Léo, on va juste faire attention de la mettre dans le dos. Certainly, traveling with children requires more gear. Nevertheless, the bike imposes a minimalism that I love. It has been a revelation for me to realize that I am happier with less.
1, 2, 3, go!
At the end of our trip, we decide to follow the Matsu pilgrimage. The group sets out after midnight to walk until the next day. With our children, we can cycle during the night. So the next day, we hit the road to find them, not knowing which direction to go. Je pense qu'on va prendre celle-là. Là, on continue là, puis on va suivre la 54 Sud. Allez.
从这边，可是从这边去还要再左转哦，要知道哦。
谢谢。
谢谢。
We find the procession several hours later. Over 350 kilometers, thousands of pilgrims walk for more than 12 hours a day for 9 days. I feel privileged to be part of such an event. Despite the fact that we can't understand each other, It feels to me as we all belong to the same family. It's a great feeling of connection with other people of the earth. Through our journeys to Brazil, New Zealand, and Taiwan, I have grown along with my family. Over the past 12 years, I've been on the road for more than 3 years. All those experiences have helped me understand that I am able to achieve anything I set my mind to. Of course, not all days are shiny. There will always be doubts and storms, but it's important for me to act in spite of the dread. I have discovered that one of the secrets to happiness is to face my fears and step out of my comfort zone where the magic happens. At the dawn of my 40s, I am now convinced that bringing the children along in the fulfillment of my dreams is what gives meaning to all those trips.
Vive le vélo!
Vive le vélo.
Prêt, pas prêt?
J'y vais.